But anyways, we are here back with another Arizona Cardinals franchise video, 30th in offensive passing yards, but number 1 in a rushing offense. I have a 99 overall running back who is currently injured, but usually I always just spam run the ball with him because, of course, he's a 99 overall. Why would I not? We have some upgrade players here. Honestly, I just don't care. I mean, Brandon Porter is actually a baller, but all these other guys, Jake Bates actually, he already has 99 kick power, doesn't he? Let's just keep putting it into him as that came out wrong. He's probably going to get awareness. Yeah, +2 awareness. That does nothing. All these other guys, I'm just going to auto upgrade. It really doesn't matter that much to me. We're going to be facing the 6-4 Buffalo Bills. They're 6-4 because Madden simulation is dumb. In real life, they would have a much better record, but for the team here, we got Jerome Ford. Trey Benson is still going to be out. I accidentally clicked on Gary Rivers. So what I meant to say is Trey Benson is still out here for another 2 weeks. So this game and the next game, of course, and then he will be back. Thankfully, he got injured right before a bye week, so that was super convenient for us. And then everything else here looks still pretty good, but no Trey Benson really sucks. But Jerome Ford really didn't do bad the last video. Anthony Shipp is back. I still want Brandon Porter as the number 1. Anthony Shipp is the 2, and then Darius Robinson as the 3. Anthony Shipp, he just gets injured all the time, and he really doesn't even feel like an X factor when he's on the field. But Brandon Porter, I feel like he actually makes an impact. Tyson Campbell, he's hit or miss. Either he gets a pick 6 or he blows coverage. There's no in between. And then, yeah, Darius Robinson, I honestly don't even like him there. I mean, sure, we'll keep him there, but he's really not been that great for us. But anyways, guys, apart from that, let's see what we have for the Bills team and just look into the roster. Of course, they got 98 overall, superstar X Factor Josh Allen. They got James Cook, who's an 89. They also have an 82 overall Ray Davis there. They got Keon Coleman, Curtis Samuel, Donovan Peoples-Jones, Dalton Kincaid, who's a superstar development. They're still paying Dawson Knox here. Got Brian Hastings here. He's only a 74 overall rookie with a star development. Ben Powers, Connor McGovern, Osiris Torrance. And they also have Stan Morris as a backup, Spencer Brown. Then they got Greg Rousseau, AJ Epineza, Ed Oliver, along with Trey Leno here, not bad. Nathaniel Watson, Daniel Mann, Matt Milano, Teron Johnson, Rasul Douglas, and Bryce Gardner here. And then Cole Bishop and Terrell Edmonds. So not really the best defense, good offense. I mean, the receivers are all right. Low-key, it's just kind of like here and there, they'll have some good X factors and some good playmakers, but overall, it's not really a well-balanced team, but we'll see if we can beat them today. Still going to be a hard team regardless. We're only 1 overall higher, but of course, they do have Josh Allen. You can't just not account for that guy. And if you guys do remember the very first episode of the Cardinals franchise, we played the Bills and we got whooped. We got absolutely smoked, and that was with the very bad Cardinals team. Now we have a completely different team, so hopefully we're not as bad. Josh Allen, 23 touchdowns to 5 interceptions. I wish I only threw 5 interceptions. 1st and 10 here, pass committing the team. It's an empty backfield, overthrown pass from Josh Allen. Tyson Campbell pushes a receiver who didn't even touch the ball, but whatever, 2nd and 10. 2nd and 10, empty backfield here again. He's going to go with the curl route. Curtis Samuel, 1st and 10. Nice tackle, Donald Roberts. 1st and 10 once again here for the Bills. It's going to be a read option with Josh Allen. Interesting play call so far. 2nd and 8. 2nd and 8, sending a blitz here for James Cook. What? You have to be kidding me. You have to be kidding me how Kenny Sears missed that. Everyone's in the backfield. Kenny Sears, you're right here. Tackle the guy. Tackle the guy that's literally right in front of you. He breaks down, misses the guy, and then just does nothing. And then Meredith, the safety, comes in and does nothing. And then Chase Young, looking right at the running back, does nothing. He literally has his arm on his elbow and doesn't bother to grab him, and then just lets him walk through. Great defense. And then we got a 1st and 10 here, sending a blitz again. It's going to be a tackle for a loss, I assume. Darius Robinson was back there, and then Kenny Sears finishes the job with Donald Roberts. 2nd and 13. 2nd and 13, 5 wide once again. They're going to go with a curl route again. It's going to be number 82, Donovan Peoples-Jones. Nice tackle there by the linebacker. 3rd and 5. 3rd down and 5. What are we going to have here? We got a 3-man rush to the inside. What was that coverage from Dexter Weldon? Donald Roberts barely finishes the tackle. Curtis Samuel, 1st and 10 down to the 1. 1st and 10, should have came out in goal line, sending the blitz to the outside. Man coverage is blown by Donald Roberts. That's going to be Donovan Peoples-Jones with the first touchdown of the game. 1st and 10 here, we're going to run with Jerome Ford. Jerome Ford not really getting the blocks, but still makes it a 2nd and 5, and it looks like he's already injured. Great start for the team. Never mind, he's back out on the field. I guess he's fine. 2nd and 5 here. We've got Jerome Ford again. Nice pulling block there, but it's actually a tackle for a loss for number 48 there. 3rd and 6. 3rd down and 6. What are we going to have here? Circle underneath. Beating Matt Milano is Jaden Reese. He holds on 4th and 1. I'm not going to be a wuss, dude. I don't care if I'm in my own territory. It's 4th and 1. I'm going for this. They got a superstar in the game. I formation. Get a block there, Gary Rivers. And Jerome Ford's going to power forward as it is a 1st and 10. 1st and 10. We got a pass play going. It is a blitz. Please get off your guy. There we go. Trey McBride up the field with the space because of the blitz. 1st and 10. Big gain. 1st and 10. We got a halfback dive here, and they're going to immediately shed. 2nd and 10 for Matt Milano. 2nd down and 10. What are we going to have? I should have that on the inside. Never mind. Just a bad read by me. Cole Bishop with the pick. I didn't think he was going to get there in time. 1st and 10. I can just admit when I'm wrong. That was just a bad read. 1st and 10 here, sending a blitz for James Cook, and I guess I just missed the tackle. Again, James Cook fighting his way up down to a 2nd and inches. 2nd and inches, sending a blitz once again. James Cook trying to find a lane, and he does. Another 1st and 10. 1st and 10 for the Bills. It looks like they will be running it with James Cook, who gets another good lane again. 2nd and 4. 2nd down and 4. What are we going to have here? A curl route underneath. Kenny Sears in coverage. Another 1st and 10 there. This time it's Dalton Kincaid. 1st and 10 here. What are we going to have? It's going to be a jet sweep to Keon Coleman. He's going to get some space to the outside. Drag down. 1st and 10. Tackled by Zaven Collins. 1st and 10, man coverage, empty backfield here. What are we going to have? To the outside is Keon Coleman, Jaden Blackburn, Burns in coverage, easy 1st and 10. Seems like nothing is working. Zone, man, blitzes, anything, bro. Nothing can beat Josh Allen here. He is just balling by himself here. End of the 1st quarter. Great tackle for a loss there. Tackle at the line of scrimmage by Cody Barton, and that will be the end of the 1st. 2nd and 10, pass committing the team here. Empty backfield. Nice job for Curtis Samuel as he leaves it to a 3rd and 2 for their team. We got a 3rd down and 2. It will be a run play for James Cook. I'm there for it. 4th down and 1. What will they do? They will be going for it here. Let's come out and goal line here as it looks like Darius Robinson is headed to the locker room as another one of my defensive tackles is gone. 4th and 1. Why do we have Mac Wilson on the field to the outside? Gary Weber in coverage. Why do we not have Kenny Sears in coverage on 4th? Dude, it's 4th and 1. Why do we not have Kenny Sears in the field? 1st and goal, run committing the team up the middle, and we got him in the backfield. Nice job, Cody Barton, 2nd and goal. Abdominal tear for Darius Robinson. He won't be able to return for this game, and it's an abdominal tear, dude. He's out for a few games at least. 2nd and goal. They will be running again. James Cook is going to power his way down to the 1-yard line. 3rd and goal. 3rd and goal. Why is Kenny Sears still not on the field? It's 3rd and goal. Thank God. 4th and goal. Bad throw. I don't know why Donald Roberts is celebrating that, but they will finally settle for their field goal. It is up and it is on the way right down the middle, 10-0. I mean, good hold by the defense there. Offense obviously needs to get going, but they were driving on us that entire drive until we finally held there at the end. 1st and 10 here. We got Jerome Ford on the handoff. Perfect blocks. Airport lane. 15-yard run. Big 1st down. 1st and 10. We got play action here. Trying to roll out to the outside. Let's step up on that ball, please. Or not. That's cool too. It was a bad read again. I thought I would step up on the ball. I'm playing like crap. I can admit it. And Tyler Young is down. Probably our best offensive lineman, if I had to say. Yeah, so this game has just been total crap for me because I've been playing like crap. No surprise for Mitz Vic, but I mean, we're 8-2 on the season. I'm not going to whine too much, and of course, I'm going to keep playing the game, but they're going deep. Buda Baker, user pick. Okay, that's perfect timing, user pick. Literally perfect timing for me. Desperately needed that on the return. Buda Baker brings it down to the 47. That was super big. We got a strain for Tyler Young. He's going to be out for the rest of the game, of course. So 2 of my starting players are already out for the rest of the game. Let's just try and make something happen. We got 1st and 10. We got a play action here. Is Marvin Harrison going to be open? Probably not. Let's go to the flat, and of course, he's just going to step out of bounds with open field in front of him. 2nd and 9, going to hand this off to Jerome Ford, who gets some good blocks. He's powering forward. 1st and 10, nice stuff. He's having a solid game, actually. They're pressed up on Jaden Reese and Marvin Harrison. Let's see if we can make something happen here. I don't really like either of those routes. Honestly, I don't like anything I have. Ooh, can I Madden this? Yes, sir, I can. Let me go out here with Kyler Murray. He's going to get 8 yards, 2nd and 2. And great, Kyler Murray is injured. He has a strain. Now I have Clayton Tune in the game. This game is going perfectly in my favor. 3rd and 2. Of course, I have to run the ball. I'm not going to rely on Clayton Tune. 4th and inches here. I'm just going to take my field goal because it will make it a 1-score game. Of course, I'm not going to be relying on Clayton Tune to do anything for me. It's windy, like everything's shaking. What is happening with this meter? Either way, Jake Bates, hopefully he can drill this. It is up on the way. Wind, push it to the right. I thought the wind would push it. Oh my gosh, dude. It's going to be another shank from me. I did that last week too, where I just dinged it off the bar. My favorite. It's so good to have all of my starters injured. 1st and 10 here. What do we have? Sending a blitz to the outside. And Buda Baker in coverage. He actually knocks out the ball. Good stuff, Buda Baker. As high re-injury risk for Kyler Murray. He pulled his hamstring. We're going to substitute Clayton Tune in. because I don't want Kyler Murray to be out for the rest of the season, especially whenever we're already in week 12. Second down and 10. What are we going to have here? Across the middle is going to be Donovan Peoples-Jones open in coverage there. First and 10. Why is Mack Wilson and Gary Weber still on the field? Where is Kenny Sears and Cody Barton? I don't want these bums on the field, dude. Second and 8. Finally, they're back on the field. All my starters are just non-stop injured today. I don't have Trey Benson. I don't have Kyler Murray, Tyler Young, or Darius Robinson. Second and 8. Let's see what we have. To the outside, that's going to be caught out of bounds. Third and 2. Third down and 2. What do we have? We got to the outside is going to be James Cook. I'm there for the user tackle. Fourth and 2. They're going to be going for this. Wow, they are greedy. That will be the 2-minute warning. 0 to 10. Not surprising. I've played pretty poor so far. Fourth and 2 here. It will be a pitch to the outside. What are my safeties doing? Dropping back when it's clearly a run. First and 10. First and 10. What are we going to have here? To the outside. Dalton Kincaid. Nice coverage there from number 48, Alfonso Watson. Second 11 tackle for a loss. Second and 11, what are we going to have here? Probably he's going to run it, and I don't have the speed to catch up with Josh Allen. Dang, he's got some movement there, and big hit there. I don't know who that was. Fumble recovery, huge from Donald Roberts. I should be way more excited than this, but my defense is actually doing really well. Surprisingly, not really surprisingly, I'm playing like trash. But what do we have here? The big hit is from Budda Baker. Not really a big hit. He kind of just sideswiped him. But Clayton Tune's in the game, so we're screwed either way. First and 10 here. What are we going to have from Clayton Tune? Trying to roll out. Yeah, just throw it away. Oh my gosh. When I'm pushing in the right stick, throw the ball away and don't hold it for 15 seconds as I move to the back of the end zone. It's my fault for backing up. Oh my God. I don't even want to explain this. Whatever. It's a safety. What is happening? What is happening with this game, dude? Tyler Young just fake kicks the ball and it just boots into no man's land. It boots into the Netherlands. What is this game, dude? Oh, Vic, you're just complaining. You're just complaining. Damn right I'm going to complain. I'm going to complain about anything I can for this game. I paid $70 for this. And 10 for the Bills after another turnover. I'm sure that was my guy. I don't care. Just wrap up. Thank you. Second and 2. Second down and 2. Sending a blitz on Josh Allen. I'm all over it. Kenny Sears, user sack there. Third and 9. Third and 9, pass committing the team here. What do we have over the top? The running bench, and please go get Josh Allen. Please, got him myself. Fourth and 5. I'm honestly just going to let it wind to halftime. I'm not even going to take the risk. 12-0 at halftime. Surprise, surprise, surprise. I am playing like absolute garbage. Going to defend the medium pass here. Don't know if Clayton Tune's still going to be the starter with the hamstring injury from Kyler Murray, but I guess we'll see. And Clayton Tune is walking out onto the field. Great, dude. Just chalk this up as a loss. First and 10, play action. Let's rely on the man himself, Clayton Tune. Let's not, please. Let's not do this. Throw this away, please. Again, when I'm pushing in the right stick, it's called release the ball and throw it out of bounds. Don't hold it for another 15 seconds. Second and 27. You know what? Let's just bomb it. Like, there's really no point to just not bombing it at this point. Third and 27. I'm just going to bomb it again. Third and 27. What do we got? Let's just bomb it once again. His arm isn't even good enough to reach that distance, and Rondale Moore drops it when it hits him square in the hands. And the replay goblin is back. Another day of catch that ball. Whenever the ball is square in both of your hands, you do this crazy thing called catching the ball, Rondale Moore. Crazy idea. I know that, right? Yeah, I'm sure everyone's fed up with my complaining. I don't care. If you watch the channel, I'm sure you're used to it by now. First and 10 here. What do we have? It's going to be a James Cook run. He's trying to find a lane. He can't really do it, but he still gets 6 yards. Second and 4. Second down and 4. They will be running the ball with James Cook again. He's going to leave it to a third and 1. Third down and 1. It will be a run from James Cook. Trying to get the outside. Can't get there. Chase Young. Nice defense there. Defense is coming in really clutch today. I can't do anything on offense. Half my starters are injured, but we'll try and cook up something. First and 10 here. What do we have? We got Jerome Ford trying to bounce around. Can't really do anything. Can't do anything with the ground. Can't obviously do anything with the passing game. Have my second string. I have a free agent running back and a second string quarterback. Elite game so far. Second and 9 here. We got Clayton Tune once again. I'm going to try and go underneath. I know that's covered, but I can't really throw to anything else. Third and 5. Third down and 5. What are we going to have here? That should be open with Trey McBride underneath. Just got to take those underneath routes with Trey McBride. First and 10. First and 10, we got play action once again. That's going to be wide open. Marvin Harrison on the crosser route up the field. Marvin Harrison gets the juke, gets tackled from behind. First and 10, big gain. First and 10 here. What do we have? We got Jerome Ford with the handoff I formation. He's going to pull it up to a 6-yard gain, 2nd and 4. Second down and 4. What are we going to have? Triangle is open. That's going to be Marvin Harrison. Nice coverage from the linebacker. 3rd and 1. Third down and 1. What do we have? Run play. Jerome Ford powers forward, falls backwards. 1st and goal. Nice stuff. 1st and goal, I formation here for Jerome Ford, trying to get something going, can't do anything, back to the line of scrimmage. 2nd and goal, we got a halfback toss here, trying to get the edge, don't really know if I have the speed, amazing chip block from that offensive lineman, it's going to be a walk-in touchdown for Jerome Ford, our first touchdown of the day here. It's going to be a 7-12 game. 1st and 10 for the Bills, what are we going to have? They're going underneath there, that's going to be number 82, Donovan Peoples-Jones again with another catch. 2nd and 1, pass committing the team once again, up the field is going to be, wow, amazing catch from Keon Coleman, even with the safety blockage there. 1st and 10. 1st and 10 here, another pass play. I'm covering number 82. I'm all over that, and that's going to be a 2nd and 5. 2nd down and 5. What are we going to have here? Underneath is going to be Dalton Kincaid, Tyson Campbell in coverage. 1st and 10. 1st and 10 for the Bills once again. You got Chase Young chasing down James Cook. 2nd down and 6. Almost the end of the 3rd quarter. 2nd down and 6. What do we have? Probably up the field. It's going to be a curl route to Curtis Samuel. Another 1st and 10, and that will be the end of the 3rd quarter. As it is 7-12. Weird score. 1st and 10, what are we going to have here? Trying to cover underneath to the corners, Dalton Kincaid, and he's going to get his touchdown. I hope we get Kyler Murray back. He's been out for the entire game. I know I substituted him, but I thought he would come back by now. But either way, it's going to be 19-7. So it seems like Kyler Murray is probably going to be out for the rest of the game, even if he does come back in. I low-key don't even want him to come back in. The game's basically over at this point if he's not coming in on this drive, but we're going to try and make something happen. 2nd and 7. 3rd down and 7. What am I going to have? Nothing. Nothing's open, dude. 4th and 10. I'm going to punt. 1st and 10 here for the Bills. They're going to be running it, sending a blitz there. 2nd and 13. Huge tackle for a loss there for Anthony Shipp. That's rare. 2nd and 13. What do we have here? It's going to be a pass. I feel like we've gotten in no pressure today, or maybe Josh Allen's just releasing the ball really quickly. Either way, not very the best day for anyone. I mean, the defense has been doing well. I just haven't been doing well. 3rd and 7, pass committing the team here. Dalton Kincaid, no, I just got to cover underneath. He's probably going to take off. If I had to guess, he will take off. I'm all over it there. 4th and 6, and they will punt the ball. Kyler Murray is finally back on the field. I mean, it's honestly too little too late, but we'll try. Obviously, I just have to pass this entire drive because I won't be able to run the ball with the clock that we have left. That should be open over the middle. It's going to be Jaden Reese. Nice catch and run there. 1st and 10. 1st and 10. What are we going to have here? I don't like many of my options. I'm trying to step up in the pocket. I could have just checked down to X there, but I didn't. Took a sack. 2nd and 12. 2nd down and 12. What are we going to have? Maybe the fullback up the field. I thought he would beat him. Oh my gosh, just clothesline my fullback even though he wasn't remotely near the ball. 3rd down and 12. What am I going to have? Maybe over the middle. I could have that Trey McBride perfectly led and he drops the ball. I know that's hard to hold on to, but the AI holds on to that for their players. My players don't hold on to that. Either way, let's try it and see what we have on 4th and 12. We have to go for this. I agree with the AI. 4th down and 12 should be over the middle. I'm not going to be able to get the ball off in time. I was worried that Matt Milano was going to pick me. 1st and 10 for the Bills, and that will be the game. 1st and 10 for the Bills. They're going to be throwing the ball still? That's wild. Why don't they just run the ball and just finish the clock off? I won't even take timeouts, dude. 2nd and 3, sending a blitz here for the James Cook run. We're all over it. Jaden Blackburn, tackle for a loss. 3rd and 7. 3rd and 7, pass committing the team here, trying to get the underneath routes. Can't cover everything. Keon Coleman drives it forward. 1st and 10. 1st and 10, still throwing the ball, not even running chew clock. Come on, AI. You're just rubbing it in at this point. Another 1st and 10 for Donovan and Peoples-Jones. 1st and 10, sending a blitz here. James Cook is going to get a tackle for a loss. Back at the line of scrimmage with forward progress. Good stuff, Zaven Collins. 2nd and 10, sending another blitz for James Cook. He's weaving his way through traffic. 3rd and 4. 3rd and 4, sending a blitz here for James Cook. We got him in the backfield. Tackle for a loss for the rookie Alfonso Watson. 4th and 6, they're going to take a field goal. And it is up on the way, and it's good. 22-7 is going to be your final score because there's 34 seconds left. It is statistically impossible for me to win this game. I'm just not even going to play it. I'll just run the ball and finish the game. 34 seconds left. Nothing is going to happen. 22-7 is your final score. I was missing my starting running back, my starting quarterback, my starting center, my starting defensive tackle. I know it's going to be, excuse after excuse. I can't lie. I played like trash in the 1st quarter, but it is what it is. We were 8-2. We're now 8-3. I just can't seem to beat the Bills. Thankfully, they're in a separate conference. We got whooped by them the first time I played them. I played like trash with Kyler Murray. I threw 2 interceptions with Kyler Murray that were both my fault. Clayton Tune played better technically. And then for the rushing wise, Jerome Ford didn't do that bad, honestly. Jaden Reese with some receptions there. He had a drop for sure, but they're not going to count that as a drop. Some sacks allowed, total tackles. I mean, the defense did well. I played like crap. I'm just going to admit it. So that's an unfortunate loss. We're 8-3 now. Not really too surprised. One new injury report. Trey Benson comes back in 1 week once I simulate this. Then Darius Robinson out for 4 weeks for an abdominal tear. I would assume it would be a lot more, but it would now be 3 weeks once I simulate to the Seahawks. One more game until I don't have to no longer deal with the Trey Benson nerf, because without Trey Benson, I am trash. I can admit that. But anyways, apart from that, we have to face the 3-8 Seahawks. It doesn't matter if they're 3-8. I always struggle against the Seahawks. They're always a hard team to beat. Even in my previous simulations, whenever I had Teddy Snell in the Tokyo Dragons franchise, only real ballers know that. Jaden Reese, I want to upgrade him to physical. I just like the physical attributes a lot more for him. So he's going to get upgraded. I'm not reading all that. You guys can read it and pause it if you want to. Jerome Ford with an upgrade. He's an elusive back. I thought this dude was a power back. I did not know that. Either way, he's going to be ball carrier, vision, juke move, and spin move. And then these other extras, I'm just going to auto upgrade. But yeah, very unfortunate week for me. Completely skill issue. Can't even lie. Still, we're 8-3. We have a really good team. We have a very nice horizon upon us, as the Cowboys are 11-1 because, of course, they're the Cowboys. But anyways, guys, apart from that, I thank you guys all for watching. Let me know if you have any rebuild ideas down in the comments below, and I'll see you guys all in the next one.